Welcome to the Offshore Club's fun-filled, fact-filled, fast-paced blockbuster podcast, Roving with Rachel, coming to you straight from beautiful Belize, where the sun never sets on the good life at a great price. And now, here is your brand new BFF, Rachel Jensen.
Hi everyone, Rachel Jensen here. We are roving with Rachel on this fine Thursday. With me today, I have a very special guest, Betsy Rosenlund. Betsy has been here on the island for a little bit, 5 years?
Almost 6.
Oh my gosh, almost 6 years. And Betsy, why don't you just give us a little bit of your history, your story, and how did you end up here on Ambergris?
Yeah, so like Rachel said, I moved here almost 6 years ago, moved from Austin, originally from California, and really fell in love with the island, fell in love with the people. Never thought I would stay this long, but it's definitely home now. I have a really great community of friends, both local and foreigners who have made Belize their home. So,
and you have a lovely dog here, Savannah. Why don't you get the dog
here? Auntie, come say hi. Are you being shy? Here she is.
Aww.
Such a lady.
So sweet, so sweet. So I wanted to bring Betsy on today because I think Betsy is a great example of somebody who has come to another country as a foreigner, moved by herself, didn't know anyone when she moved here. Well, we knew each other, but didn't really know anyone else. I mean, we just met at that point too, really. I mean, we knew each other from work.
For a week.
Yeah, a week. But Betsy has really done a great job at integrating into the community and really finding a purpose here and finding something to do and ways to get involved and give back. And so, Betsy, why don't you just share with us a little bit about what you found here and how your experience was getting involved in the community and what you do with the organizations?
Yeah, so I am involved with a couple of different organizations, but one of them is Hope Haven, which is a women and children's community center, children's shelter. We've been operating on the island for a couple years now, and I really got involved just through meeting other local friends here who were involved with the organization. And I think that's really the best way to do it, is either go tag along with somebody who's volunteering. There are so many different organizations, from the Red Cross that does blood drives to Rotary and Rotaract, Humane Society, children's organizations, literacy organizations. I mean, you name it, it's here. And if it's not here, it's a great opportunity to start something. Really kind of find what you're passionate about. I know a friend of mine started the Little Free Libraries because she's a very passionate reader, loves encouraging children to read. So she set up 3, and those have taken over, become really popular with kids in different areas of the island here. But I think just finding what you're passionate about is really the first step, and that'll lead you to meet other really great people who are passionate about the same thing. So
yeah, exactly. And that's a question that we get quite a bit as well. What is there to do? And especially on an island too, it's like, all right, well, if you want an extracurricular to go swimming or diving or fishing or snorkeling or whatever it is, but then what do you do to really build that human connection to meet the others? And a lot of people who do end up moving overseas tend to have a big heart. Mm-hmm. I mean, they tend to be more adventurous. They tend to be go-getters and people who like doing things and getting involved in the community. And we found that working with local organizations, or volunteering rather with local organizations, is a really great way to do that. And you may have heard Patrick talk a little bit more about Help Them Help Themselves in Nicaragua. There's a lot that's going on there at the Grand Pacifica property and within the surrounding community. And even here within Ambergris Caye, we're located in Belize, there's a lot that's going on too. And because we are a small town here on the island, it's about 30,000 people, there's a lot of ways for people to get involved, like Betsy mentioned. I love the piece of advice that you gave too, is if it's not here, start it.
Start it.
Yeah,
man.
start
it's
it.
Easy. You can. There's a lot that still needs to be done on this island. There's a lot of needs that are still unmet. So, if you want to do it, just do it. The worst thing that happens is it doesn't work out and you try something else.
Right, exactly. And I know we have a long-term guest who comes back every year, and something he really enjoyed doing was going to Hope Haven and working at the food bank, or volunteering his time at the food bank. And so that was happening on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Wednesdays and Sundays. Temporarily on hold, but we'll come back.
Right, and if people are looking for something to do, it's a great way when it does come back to get involved and do something. I know we also have the Humane Society here, and so it's not uncommon to see tourists or expats walking the dogs at the Humane Society. Yep. And there are just a lot of ways to get involved. As Betsy mentioned, Rotary and Rotaract. And depending where you're planning on moving, you probably will find a Rotary or a Lions Club. And if you don't, then start it.
Start a chapter. It's easy. We did it
right,
here.
Easy, they say. No, it is. And you just find a group of other people who have that dedication and passion. And Betsy and I were invited 4 years ago, was it?
Something like that.
Something like that, to help start the Rotaract group here, which is the 18 to 30-year-old version of Rotary. And then at 30, you're supposed to switch to Rotaract, or Rotary rather. I think a lot of us stayed in Rotaract. But it's a great way to get involved. So we have to start those chapters. There's also a Lions Club here on the island, and that's pretty popular worldwide too. So there are fun ways to do something and to get involved and really give back if that's what you're passionate about. And we're just highlighting a couple of reasons or a couple of things to do here on Ambergris Caye. But really look into the community that you're starting to look at, whether you're spending 3 months there or 6 months there or wanting to relocate full time. Plug into that network. Go to the expat pages that they may have on social media platforms like Facebook. See and ask, how can I help in the community?
Yeah, every community has its own special needs, and the best way to find out what those are is really to talk with locals. Say, what do you wish you had here? Yeah. What is a service or product or whatever skill set you have that you can teach or pass on? It can and will be useful.
Right. Oh gosh, that's such a good point, because so many times we're going into new areas where maybe they just haven't had that sort of experience in skill sets or in mentorship or in business opportunities. And so take that information and knowledge that you've gained over the years and deploy it here in the new countries that you're going to, and see how you can fit in and be an asset to that new location. So I don't have anything else to ask you, Betsy.
That's all.
That's a wrap, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Betsy, for joining us. Monty, thank you for being the watchdog over there, making sure the beach is patrolled. Thanks, everyone. Have a really great day. Bye-bye.
For more information on the Offshore Club or to contact Rachel Jensen, visit offshore.club today. Offshore.club. That's offshore.club. See you next time at the Offshore Club.